Yeah. Happy Tuesday, risers. Welcome to the program. Glad you're here today. Yep, everybody, welcome. Thank you for joining us this morning on a Tuesday, August the 3rd. Woo. More rain. Oh, joy. You gotta love that. Thank you to Gulf Coast Gun for sponsoring us. My name is Nick Stewart. This is Sunrise Santa Rosa. 850-771-0049 is the number to call. No pronouns if you're texting. It's a bozo no. But I'm glad you're here. Yep, everybody, welcome to... the question of the day is, what precautions will you take against the virus push, or the virus rise, or the rise in virus cases in the area? What are you going to do? Mask up, vitamin up, vaccine up. And if you got the vaccine, and we know the vaccine is not effective against the variant. It's not. So what are you going to do to protect yourself? That's a legitimate question. I had a monsoon last night in Lafayette. Okay. Good for you. Good morning, El Cuco. James, I don't know if I got Jason. I didn't know if I got this one or not, but great mighty risers. Good to have you with us today. All right. Your forecast for today. Scattered thunderstorms. Oh, shock. I'm shocked. Scattered thunderstorms this morning. They're mainly cloudy during the afternoon with thunderstorms likely. High near 85. Chance of rain 70%. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with scattered thunderstorms during the evening. Low near 72. Chance of rain 60%. And tomorrow, partly cloudy, a slight chance of thunderstorms and a high near 89. The chance of rain tomorrow, 30%. Are you weary? Are you weary of the rain? I'm weary. You did your good. Okay. You did your good. Yeah. Good morning. All right. So the question of the day is, what precautions are you going to take against the rise in the COVID? Are you going to line up? We'll talk about all this in a little bit, but I want to get your thoughts. All right. Are you sure even rising? Well, yes. But there are people that are, and look, here's the thing. Remember we used to show the dashboards from Santa Rosa and Escambia? Remember that? Now they're just showing one number from the dashboard. And you can't even access the dashboard without a username and password that you've got from this group. So unless you're official, you don't get to see the dashboard. They're showing you one number. They're showing you the number they want you to see. And the number they want you to see is the total hospitalizations. They don't want you to see the death count now. Now, remember, before, all they could talk about was the death count, right? That was all that they would, do is push that death count. But now, they're not pushing the death count. They're not allowing you to see the curve. They're not allowed you to see any of those things. How many's in ICU? You're not allowed to see that. Why is that? I think it's important. If it was important 4 months ago, 5 months ago, why is it not important now? You cannot see it. They keep moving the goalposts. You are correct, Ed. You are not wrong. Sheila says I less socializing. She knows 8 people in the hospital, and yes. Now let me ask you this, Sheila. This is serious. I'm not. I want to know. Do they have underlying health conditions, meaning other serious things that are causing them to be in the hospital? Does that make sense? So that's my question. So if you could, please. But I'm not saying that people aren't getting sick. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's even. I'm not even saying it's not the COVID. I'm saying it's not as serious as last time, even though numbers are on the rise. This is not the killer they put the first one out to be. Some do, some don't. Some had vaccines, some didn't. Okay. You are going into English class with Jason. I knew what you meant. So some had underlying, and some had the vaccine, and they're still in the hospital. That's the thing. Some had the vaccine, and they're in the hospital with COVID. Oh, it'd have been much worse. It'd be much worse if they didn't have the vaccine. You're fine, Sheila. I'm just tormenting you. Yeah, it is early. It is early. So, I heard vaxxed are super spreaders. I've heard that too, but I don't know. But if you've got people in the hospital that have had the vaccine, I thought the vaccine was supposed to lessen the severity. And because that's what they tell you. And I showed you a list yesterday of different states that have people that are and that have died from COVID after getting the vaccine. I believe that Natasha says, I believe they're creating a fear tactic. Yes. El Cuca says, I caught COVID after the vaccination. Well, it takes two weeks or so for it to be effective. How long after the vaccine? The COVID's getting treated now. The Delta is sore throat and cough. Delta is being spread by vaccinated. Okay. Survival percentage, or they have adjusted that. I don't know. But it's very interesting that those who have had the vaccine are getting the COVID and they are in the hospital. It lessens the severity. Oh, yeah, Sharon. I believe, look, so, okay. Let's do this. We don't believe, let's see, I was vaccinated in April, showed positive in July 11th. I'm glad you're doing better, Okoko. So let me ask you this. So, number one, is there a virus or a flu? Do you think that? And if so, what are you going to do to protect yourself? Are you going to do more vitamins? Are you going to, what kind of precautions are you? It's a mask. So you don't believe in masks. So what are you going to do? You just can't trust the government's pushing. Yes. Yes, you're correct. Snake oil. The vaccinated have deficient immune system now. Okay. Survival of the fittest. Wash your hands and shut off the news. Yeah. It's not a bad. The washing your hands has always been a thing. Now I hate it. I'm gonna let this one pass. I was gonna tell a story, but I'm not gonna pass. I don't like it when adult men go to the restroom and then just walk out the restroom door and they don't wash their hands. I hate that. The standard's been in place in like forever. Yeah. I have a natural immunity. I'm protected. I am there with you, Christina. I could walk around in a spacesuit. You could. Saran wrap. Vitamins, yes. Make sure you take your vitamins. Take your vitamins. Zinc, vitamin D, vitamin C. No more face diapers. That is a bad thing. No face diapers. Yep. I'm for less antibiotics, but wash your hands. As you should anyway, right? So there's a great big push. There's a great big push on the COVID stuff. So keep your eyes open, right? Colloidal silver. I have heard that before. Colloidal silver. It's hard to say. Hi, Steph. How are you? It's morning all. And she just mistyped. I grew up eating dirt. Yes. Drinking out of garden hoses, right? We did that. Killed all with coffee. Oh. Yeah. And you can kill disease with coffee. I'm just saying. All right. Enough of that. You keep talking on it. I take hydroxychloroquine. Now, where do you get that? Hydroxychloroquine. Where do you get that? I would like to know. All right. A driver and a turtle are both lucky to be alive after a freak accident on a Florida highway. St. Lucie County Fire Department said they received a call on Friday about a crash on the Florida Turnpike near mile marker 176. Officials said a semi-truck heading southbound managed to hit a turtle in the road, and it sent the turtle flying through the windshield of a nearby vehicle. Officials said luckily, both the turtle and the driver of the car were unharmed after the ordeal. The turtle was later safely released. I couldn't get a good picture of it, but it came through the windshield and the turtle landed in the back seat unharmed. Amazing. A semi popped the turtle and it went through a car windshield and everybody's okay. The turtle was released unharmed. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Stephanie says, I've been taking vitamin C, D, and zinc every day. There you go. Frontline Drive online. Frontline Doctor online. Okay. Yep. Just Google it. Yep. It is Frontline Doctor online is where you get your hydroxychloroquine. All right. This is interesting. A front runner in the race for Pensacola mayor is suddenly bowing out. Today, there was a notice from the Escambia County Elections Office that David Morgan was dropping out. Morgan pre-filed back in the spring and had collected about $40,000 in campaign donations. It's unclear why Morgan has made the decision. So David Morgan is out. The turtle needs to buy a lottery ticket. Here's the web address for frontlinemedicaldoctors.com. I don't know. So anyway, Wendy says visited her doc yesterday and got the medical facts, not the facts on Facebook or media. I'm not pro or anti-vax on the issue, but 95% of all hospital cases of COVID are unvaccinated. Okay. 90, but still leaves a percentage that are vaccinated. Usually they get returned or turned over to another suitable candidate. But there's another candidate, Chase Romagano, and I know Chase. He's dropping out of the race. He's not a candidate. He never was a candidate. He thinks he's a candidate. He's not a candidate. So because he's a doctor, you trust him. Y'all are killing me today. How many are just plain flu? Well, this isn't flu season, but I don't know. Morgan is returning all donations. Family health as the reason for dropping out. I get it. Now, I would not have a problem with David Morgan. You wouldn't have the wet wash rag that Grover's been. David Morgan is a pretty firm dude. Whether you agree with him or not, he is a no-nonsense dude. That's why a lot of people didn't like him. He back when the whole thing first started for COVID, and they were having the county commission meetings in Escambia, and they said about when they were talking about closing down the beach, and they asked him, "What do you think?" He goes, "It doesn't make a difference what I think. Tell me what you want to do, and we'll do it." They kept asking me, because tell me what you want to do, and we'll do it. That's why people don't like him. But he was perfect. He was perfect for that job. And I don't know whether you agree with him or not. He would have been very firm. And I just think that it's sad that we don't have David Morgan running for Escambia County mayor. Pensacola mayor. Sorry, Pensacola mayor. All right, so we talked yesterday about Pensacola State College and their mask mandate and unexcused absences. So what Dr. Meadows said, well, we'll go over that. He's the president of State College, told South Santa Rosa News yesterday afternoon that absences for non-vaccinated students will not be treated differently than those for vaccinated students. That's a reversal of the August 1st email that came out Sunday on August 1st. Meadows, in August 1st email, rescinded an indoor mask requirement, which he issued July 28th. The August 1st email went on to state, moving forward, only those employees and students who are vaccinated or unvaccinated for documented medical reasons will be eligible for an excused absence if they become affected or are required to quarantine. So they sent an email out yesterday clarifying that the college would revert to a pre-pandemic absentee approval process. So we were wrong, is what it said. Savannah says, I love everyone against COVID. Kind of hard to be in denial about something that's real because they simply don't want things to change, and that's how adults throw tantrums. All of a sudden, they're concerned with what goes in their bodies. Let me see if we can read the rest of it. And let's see, I lost it. And that they can't trust doctors. It's funny and cute. Well, I think that's sarcasm, Savannah. But listen, Savannah. So here's the thing. You have a push, and I understand this. You have a push for a vaccine that has not been approved. It's not been cleared. It came out quick. You need 2 years and it didn't have that. It didn't have that. And so people are very leery. And people that got the vaccine are getting the virus. So that's just why. Bye, Joanne. PSC backed off. Well, I guess a lot of people, but I guess they did have issues with it. And I could see why. Feels like the Groundhog Day movie, yeah. All over again. This happened yet again. Same store. Search continues for a suspect in the Monday armed morning robbery of a Dollar General store on Pine Forest Road. A white male, armed with a gun, walked into the Dollar General on Pine Forest, just north of 297A, about 9:23 Monday morning, and asked the clerk for $5 and then fled in a yellow car with a small amount of cash. $5. No additional information was available. They'll post an update of surveillance images, whatever. So you are going to risk an armed robbery conviction for $5. I'm sorry. Yeah. You have a it's a Dollar General on a Monday morning at 9:23. You have got to really kind of analyze your life choices at this point. You're going to go in, armed robbery conviction for $5. That is not even a Happy Meal. That's what he demanded. They said he went off with a small amount of cash, but he asked for $5 with a gun. You can't, Natasha, you can't get McDonald's for $5. $5 for 10 years. I don't know. Stephanie says SM102 safety sheet ingredient in moderns. That one ingredient should cause concern. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what we got here. Maybe $50 in maybe at 9:23 on a Monday. The robber might just want to go back to jail. Maybe. There's other ways to do that. Priority for $5. I know. You could just ask somebody in the parking lot. For $5, you're gonna you could stand on the corner and people give you $5. I don't know. I don't know. Well, then still cigarettes. If you're going to use a gun in a robbery, then, make it count. I'm not encouraging you to do it. I'm just saying, if you do it, make it count. Sell the gun. There you go, Mark. You can get more than $5 for the gun. 850-771-0049. Just what in God's name is wrong with people? Do you just wonder? Must be lead in the paint that they ate. Paint chips. This is really funky. Where is their picture? These, I lost their picture. Let me see if I can find it here real quick. Put up the non, diamond and silk. Where? Oh, here they are. Let me get this picture up here. And you can see what we're looking at. Here they are. 2 women in Escambia County were arrested this week on charges related to abuse and exploitation of a senior. According to Attorney General Ashley Moody, Trevetta Jones, 35, and Takara Levine, 39, who worked in a Escambia County living facility, were supposed to transfer an elderly person to sign bond paperwork. Instead, they abandoned them on the side of the road and took the victim's ID and debit cards. Jones is charged with exploitation of an elderly person or disabled adult and criminal use of personal identification information. They face charges of accessory after the fact. Yeah. Lovely. Leaving them on the side of a road. Hot. It's hot. No water, nothing. No phone. Just ditched them. Wow. Special place in the hot place for them. Yes? Yes. They should be charged. Yes. Oh, yeah, they are. I think they will be. All right, so the highly anticipated Publix has broken ground. It should be open by spring of next year. Bergenser Commons at Dogwood Estates is the official name of the shopping center. Broke ground this week. 66,921 square foot shopping center will provide Milton with its first Publix, in addition to a mix of other retail and dining options. There you go. No, they're not fine human specimens. They're not. No respect for elders. I mean, people are just, when you have no concern over we can't leave them out here. Maybe we can rob them. Maybe we'll ditch them at a McDonald's. No, on the side of the road. Wow. Yeah, Sheila says yay for Publix. I like Publix. The Chantilly cake. Let me put a plug in for the Chantilly cake. It's amazing. No, they won't get enough time in jail for that. Nope. Gotta wonder about all these assisted living facilities they built. Who are they employing? Well, I'm sure they're just like everybody else, Donna. They're having a hard time getting help. You can't get help in this town, in this area. Nobody wants to work. Yeah, Rose. We'll get together and share a Chantilly cake. It's bueno. All right. What else? Gas prices are hanging around $2.97 a gallon on average. July was the most expensive month at the pump for Floridians since the fall of 2014. Bravo, Joe Biden. You wanted to take us back to the Obama administration. You did. With uncontrolled immigration, gas prices going out of the world. Yeah. Congratulations. And racism on the rise, because you wanted to take us back to the Obama administration. Good for you. Mercy. In June, gas prices jumped by double digits and been slow to come back down. July was the most expensive month at the pump since October 2014. That's according to AAA spokesman Mark Jenkins. Florida gas prices remain elevated due to tightening global supplies as demand recovers from the pandemic. Wow. Now, gas. David Richardson on the Milton City Council brought up a resolution for, it was about the Guardian program. And basically, he was accusing the rest of them for not supporting the police. That we don't need it. We don't need the Guardian program because the police can handle it. And he brought up a resolution. It didn't even get a second. But it was a point that he brought it up. Now, the mayor said basically that she wished that she could second it. The Guardian program is supported. It's not that they don't support the police. It is that they want extra protection for the kids. What is wrong with it? Well, it's not needed, they said. It's not needed until it's needed. It wasn't needed in Parkland. But there you go. Christina, are the Biden supporters still happy with their decision? Oh, yeah. They deny that he's insane. They absolutely deny that he's insane. I know. Democrats. You can't even say it with feeling. All right. 850-771-0049. Guardian program is an extra layer of protection. Yes, it is. It makes sense. And that's why the Democrats don't want it. Dr. Barbara We'll be speaking at Central on Thursday. So pepper her with questions or just statements. We want the Guardian program. We don't care what your thoughts are on it. We want the Guardian program. We want our kids protected. Hammer her. She probably did. She probably put Richardson up to that, but it failed miserably, as it should. It didn't go anywhere. That sounds like Dave Peach wanting it to. Yes, I'm not allowed to second that, am I? No, you're not. You'd have to relinquish the gavel to soulless Bob Cole, and he's not here. I know. I've still got to digest the Mike Lindell thing from the weekend. I think our sheriff feels the Guardian program is not needed either. He doesn't. Now, people say, oh, he was for it. He said, I'm fine with it. Whatever you think. And that's not a solid endorsement. Yes, it was a resolution to kick the can down the road again. Don't give up on it. Don't give up on it. Democrats are ruining everything. I know you can't even watch TV anymore. That's why I've got Mannix on DVD and 5.0, the old 5.0. Let's see. What else? I did that one. Florida Department of Health on July 30th reported 772 positive COVID-19 cases in Santa Rosa County. And when you take into effect the false positive rate, well, there you go. That's up from 441 cases the week prior and a 4.4% increase in positivity rates. Vaccinations are available, and they're popping up everywhere now. Again, you can look, if you want a vaccine, you can find it. Randy says, what do you think about Ray Eddington, who's running for commissioner in Peach's district? I'm investigating that. I haven't made up my mind yet. Better than Peach. My dog would do better than that. So, but my dog's on that ward, so I should say that. Can everyone recognize it as something to go against the Guardian program right now? You say, yep. So they don't want to do the Guardian program. I'll check him out. Or run my dog, or check out Ray Eddington. We need constitutional everything. We need constitutional everything. Colton Wright keeps it on his bedside. He reads it to his dog and his kids, but he doesn't live by it. Just saying. How many of the COVID numbers were taken by test? Well, yes. So this is it, Chance. Good morning, by the way. All these places have vaccinations available. Yes. All these testing places are popping back up now. Santa Rosa currently administers the Moderna vaccine. Womp, womp. Vaccines are also available at other locations, CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, Publix, you know. Now, according to Santa Rosa County officials, Baptist Healthcare at this time is not allowing visitors at Baptist, Gulf Breeze, and J hospitals. One caregiver support person per patient is permitted at a time for non-COVID patients. Santa Rosa Medical Center has restricted patient visitors to one immediate family member, partner, or significant other who is 18 years or older. Certain other restrictions apply, and you can contact her for more details. Cassandra says, back to the Guardian, only Councilman Richardson and the mayor did not want the Guardian program. It failed for lack of say. Yes. All right. So canceled Spirit airline flights at Pensacola International have been frustrating travelers for the past several days. Some passengers were left stranded for up to 24 hours dealing with flight cancellations. For the past several days, the terminal that hosts Spirit flight has been filled with frustrated travelers. They told me pilots were overwhelmed. They didn't have enough flight attendants. The Spirit Airlines employee told Channel 3 after questioning that they were short-staffed, as is everybody. Spirit also told Channel 3 that several hundred flights over the entire country have been canceled over the last few days due to a series of weather and operational challenges. If you can't do it, don't do it. Why are you booking flights you can't do? Chance says, how many of the current numbers are old data dumped recently? Well, we don't know, Chance, because the dashboard that was up free that you could just look at is now on a username password only. Why is that? I wonder. Do it. That's from Bugsy. Yep. Run. We need good people. New coronavirus cases and hospitalizations in Escambia County have both more than doubled in the past week. Maybe. Again, you're depending on unreliable people for this information. Escambia County reported 1,630 cases in the week ending Sunday. I'm sorry for a spike of more than 113%. There was 765 cases reported the previous week. Throughout the pandemic, Escambia County has reported 39,944 cases and 706 deaths. Now, again, I want to point out, they're not talking about the deaths. Remember, they had the death count on the TV screen. They had a death count on the dashboard. You can't see any of that. They're not talking that. They're just talking about the number of hospitalizations. And they talk percentages. They're not talking numbers most of the time. That's what you got to think. Now, this is 706 deaths since the start of the virus. Now, we all know that those numbers are padded. Those numbers are padded. So it's not 706 deaths. That's the ones they attributed to COVID. It's not COVID. Yep. I'm going to get a little tag on my video. As of Monday, there were 216 COVID-19 patients at Ascension Sacred Heart Baptist in West Florida. That's according to the county's COVID dashboard that you can't get to. Hospitalizations have risen sharply during the past month. Exactly 1 month ago, on July 2nd, there were just 27 COVID-19 patients hospitalized. Escambia County's record for COVID-19 hospitalizations, which was reached January 14th, were 291 people being treated for the virus. Last week, Santa Rosa County reported 773 cases for a nearly 77% increase over the previous week. So, the only virus that's been, yes. Now again, death doesn't sell the vaccine. It should scare people, but you've got people that get the vaccine that still get the. Listen, again, I pointed this out yesterday, and I think that this is something that it could be heat stroke. Yeah. But here's the thing. Here's what you need to understand. That when they do the tests, they are not testing for the Delta variant. They're just testing for an RNA sequence. That's all it is. And it's not even accurate. But we'll push that to a side for another conversation. They're not testing for the Delta variant. The tests have not changed. So, let me ask you a question. Maroon. Why are people that have the vaccine getting COVID? Well, it's a Delta variant because this has changed, mutated. The vaccine is not completely effective against Delta. Really? Well, you don't know who has Delta and who has regular COVID. because the tests don't show that. Capiche? You understand? Maybe it's the vaccine. It's not working. I said maybe. It's a good question to ask. How do you know it's the Delta variant and not regular COVID? How do you know that the vaccine is not protecting people against the regular COVID? How do you know that? Exactly, Kim. They don't have a way to test it. You see where I'm going with this? Don't buy the propaganda. It's propaganda. Maybe. Or maybe they're just into a false sense of security that I don't have to do these things because I have the vaccine and they're getting it. Right? I personally know a man who tested positive one day at an ER in J, but tested negative one day. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. The tests are unreliable. There is no Delta. It's just COVID. And there may be a Delta, but they have no way to test it. No way to test it. Oh, you tested positive for the Delta variant. How do you know that? Is this test different than the last test I took? I don't know. They call it breakthrough, but there are a lot of breakthroughs. They aren't reporting. And when someone says they're vaxxed and have the Rona, they're being accused of lying. Or it's being suppressed. It's being suppressed. Or it's being blamed on unvaccinated people. Stevie says it's been confirmed that the cycles, the PCR tests, are now being done under 46 or whatever it was. It's invalid if the threshold was 35 or above. I don't know. Per the CDC, the only difference is it affects younger people. And they can stand it. The younger people can take it. Tests are still inaccurate 50% of the time. Yes. 50% unreliability. Well, the vaccines, except for Johnson & Johnson, are 90-some percent. And remember, it was like 96, and now it's down to 92 or 89 or something like that. Or less. It's dropping every day. Sounds like they're getting better at giving COVID to people. Yeah, oh yeah. If you didn't have it, you're going to. And if you did have it, you may get it again. I don't know. That's what's going on. Oh, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo on Monday asked private businesses in the state to switch to vaccine-only admission. Check this out. This is where we're heading, my friends. I'm going to pull this off of here so you can see. But this is where it's all heading. I said this. I said it. It's biblical. Well, actually, John, who wrote Revelation, said it. But anyway, here's this.
Private businesses, I am asking them and suggesting to them go to vaccine-only admission.
Go to vaccine-only admission.
Only admission. We did this. Radio City Music Hall, months ago, reopened vaccine only. Sold out all the shows. Sports arenas, they went up to about 90% vaccine only. Private businesses, bars, restaurants, go to a vaccine-only admission. I believe it's in your best business interest. You know, if I go to a bar and I want to have a drink and I want to talk to the person next to me, I want to know that that person is vaccinated. If I go to a restaurant and I'm sitting at a table and the table right next to me, I want to know that they're vaccinated. I believe it's in your business interest to run a vaccine-only establishment. We're the first state in the nation to have something called the Excelsior Pass. Rob Mujica made it a reality. We have passes. They're on apps. They're on phones. It's very simple. You can operate a restaurant and just say, you have to show that you were vaccinated when you walk in the door. It's going to help your business, not hurt it. Call Madison Square Garden. Call Radio City Music Hall. Call the Nets. call the Islanders, call the Mets, call the businesses that have done it, call the theaters that have done it. If you say to people, well, if you don't have a vaccine, you can't get into these establishments, then you'll see a real incentive to get vaccinated. And again, with our Excelsior Pass, you can do it easily.
So is he promoting business or is he hurting business? That's dangerous, my friends. That is very, very dangerous. You can't go to business unless you've been vaccinated. You can't buy, you can't sell unless you've been vaccinated. That's what he's pushing. Cuomo wants to do it because he knows he can't, because it's unconstitutional. But he's look, this is what the government's doing. They're encouraging it. They're not mandating it, but they're encouraging businesses to do it. And guess what? Businesses are doing it. That's the scary thing. Chance has people at work that are mad because they have to go back to mask even though they have the vax. I know. See, businesses are not vaccine police. No, but that's what they're trying to do. Do you have your vaccine card? Do you have your pass on your phone? Cuomo's begging New Yorkers who fled last year to come back because the states are hurting financially. But nobody's going to go back. The tax rate's crazy. And they're not going to move again. I recall reading that clothing harbors the vax for 2 or 3 days. The vaccination or the virus? I don't know. Naked and masked. Well, there you go. It sounds like a reality show. I say boycott all those companies, whether you're vaccinated or not. Yeah. Now even more people will come to Florida. Maron. Do you want that? I don't know. Anyway, Andrew Cuomo. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Communist de jour. Businesses are complaining that nobody wants to work, but putting mandates on people who do want to work. Yes. Speakeasies. Ooh. The crime is, yes. The crime is crazy in New York. All right. Don't New York or Florida, says Denise. Exactly. Whoops. Did I miss my? Oh, I did. Nope. Here we go. In his remarks to a virtual Democratic National Committee event on Monday, virtual, President Joe Biden claimed that the GOP today offers nothing but fear, lies, and broken promises. Check this out from Captain Moron.
I'm sorry, I'm getting kind of wrapped up in this. I need him. Look, in this election and in 2020,
you also need depends.
The question the American people are going to be asking is whether or not we're helping them and their families. Not giving them anything, are we giving them a shot? Just giving them an even shot. Do we understand what they're going through? Can we deliver for them? As Democrats, we have to show we do understand. And we're delivering for them. And we're keeping our promises. We just have to keep making the case. Just as the Republican Party today offers nothing but fear, lies, and broken promises. No.
The Republican Party offers nothing but fear, lies, and broken promises. Well, let's see. Who is scaring people with the coronavirus? That would be Democrats. That'd be Democrats. Who would be lying? There's no problem at the border. Oh, we didn't change our stance on masks 100 times. We want truth. Broken promises? Well, there you go. You see time and time again, these guys are just the worst.
Listen, I mean, think about it. Turning on the television every day and seeing a replay what happened on January 6th and saying, I was told there were a lot of peaceful, wonderful people. God, no, I really mean to think about it. It is bizarre. We have to keep cutting through the Republican fog.
And yet they continue pushing the lie, the false narrative, what Trump said, and taking it out of context. But he said he misquoted him. He misquoted him again. Anyway.
That government is the problem. And show that we, the people, are the solution. The people are the solution.
All right. Yeah, there's so many things wrong with his statement. Dems will always tell you what they are or will do. Fear, lies, yes. Stephanie says, since there are medicines for the C, I don't know what that means for the C, COVID, and the EAU should be removed from the jab. Also, vaccines are pulled if deaths are over 20. No rules being applied. No, there's no rules. Yeah, but they're not dying from the vaccine. That's just you're a fearmonger, Stephanie. Biden had a solution for the Chinese virus. Kowtow to the Chinese. That's how you do it. And you change the name of it. I know. It's bad. Really gets sick to the stomach when I hear this man. It's just, you get it. You get it. Lindsey Graham announced that he has COVID. He tested positive for COVID despite having already been vaccinated against the illness. I was just informed by the House physician I have tested positive for COVID-19 even after being vaccinated. I started having flu-like symptoms Saturday night and went to the doctor this morning. Graham, who has served in the Senate since 2003, said that he would have experienced worse symptoms if he had not already been vaccinated. Based on what? Science? I don't know. How do you know you would have had worse symptoms? You don't know. You don't know. There's no way to say that. There's no way to back up that statement. I feel like I have a sinus infection at the present time. I have mild symptoms. I'll be quarantining for 10 days. I'm very glad I was vaccinated because without the vaccination, I'm certain I would not feel as well as I do now. My symptoms would be far worse. Based on what? Anybody? Exactly, Rose. Exactly. 850-771-0049. Oh, my goodness. I didn't know what time it was. Laurel Hubbard, because I know you aren't watching the Olympics, and you shouldn't. But I'm here to help you. Laurel Hubbard is the transgender weightlifter. A biological male who identifies as a female. Now, you don't pass. Was cleared to compete against women weightlifters at the Tokyo Olympics. Well, Laurel exited early from the competition at the Games. Hubbard of New Zealand failed on all three lifts in the snatch portion of the women's plus 87 kilogram competition Monday and recorded they did not finish, according to ESPN. Yahoo Sports said Hubbard was the only finalist to not complete at least one lift. ESPN added that among Hubbard's group, Hubbard was the only competitor to not advance to the clean jerk portion of the evening. And she's a jerk. Hubbard, 43, was the first transgender athlete to compete at the Olympic Games. I will put forward that Hubbard, here's another picture, a great picture. That's look at that face. Hubbard was only advanced to the Olympics because of being a transgender. There you go. That is the worst. The dude Hubbard couldn't get Hey, easy. Yeah, no, don't go there. Don't go there. I'm just stopping. I'm stopping those. But you see, the only reason that Hubbard got put forward is because it's transgendered. Boom. Didn't finish. Now, the road to Olympic gold. I'm getting rid of these idiots, or this idiot. The road to Olympic gold came to an end for a once dominant U.S. women's soccer team on Monday after a 1-0 semifinal loss to Canada. Yahoo Sports described the team as listless. The team's best hope now is winning the bronze medal game on Friday. But what may even be bigger news is the outpouring of contempt for the woke team. And a number of its crusading players who are arguably become better known for staging kneeling protests against America than playing the game. Who's spewing? In fact, Yahoo Sports is being inundated with comments from Americans who indicated they actually were rooting against the U.S. women's soccer team and were happy about the loss. I can't believe I'm happy a Canadian team beat our U.S. team. But that's how these woke soccer players who injected politics in the Olympics made me feel. I'm an American, but was cheering for Canada, a commenter said. Maybe if they spent more time playing soccer and less time embarrassing America, they would have done better. That's another commenter observed. First time I ever rooted for the U.S. team to lose. Another one said, I never thought I'd live long enough to root against the U.S. team in the Olympics. Then again, these protests in shorts weren't really representing the U.S. Outstanding, another commentator declared. They don't deserve to represent this country. I'm glad they lost. Looks like they should have practiced soccer a bit more than politics, another commenter noted. As an American, I'm so glad to be I am sad to be so glad that they lost. I hope they lose the bronze too. I know. It's all right. If that's all they got, it doesn't mean it's pointless. So here's the thing. They're done with it. When you root against the U.S. team at the Olympics because they are anti-American, there you go. I'm glad they lost. Bye. I posted the Wheaties box yesterday with a snowflake on it. It is how it is. And no, not really. Just wanted to see all the hateful Christian followers. What? Don, if you want to call me, you can call me tomorrow. We're out of time today, but call me tomorrow. We can talk. We'll talk. All right, kids. Mercy. Be cautious. Look at that. Woof. These people, these woke people, these people that they're putting forward because of their politics are losing because they're losers. All right. We will see you tomorrow. It's 6 a.m. for more Sunrise Santa Rosa. You be back. Don, come back. I invite you to come back. Be my guest. We'd love to have you. We will talk to you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us today.